So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing a house that I've been wanting to review for several reasons. One reason is because it gets a lot of love and hate, and so there is a big portion of the fragrance community, Fragcom, that fragrance reviewers that have been hyping this house to no end. Okay. Then there's on the other end a lot of people in Fragcom who are under the impression that these people are just shilling this product and the fragrances are actually trash. I have my own views based on what I know about the company. I've not smelled the fragrances though. I will say the company is Michael Malul, or however you pronounce it, London. I got the Discovery set, and I'll get into that in a minute. But so it's called Michael Malul, or whatever is how you pronounce it, London. And why London is in there is a mystery. Okay, so the place is actually based out of a suite in Columbus, Ohio. You can pull it up on MapQuest. It's this very kind of just normal, kind of rundown plaza with a suite in there. So that's the business location. So nothing, the company has nothing to do with London at all. London was just added in there to make it sound more prestigious, I imagine, to make it sound like it's some high-end niche company. In reality, it's based out of a plaza in Columbus, Ohio, which is not overly prestigious by any means. So, anyway, I got the Discovery set. Actually, TLTG, which is one of the people that they say was shilling this brand. I don't know. I haven't smelt it. I also don't know. He might genuinely really like him. I have no clue. I can't speak for him. What I will say is he was doing a giveaway. I didn't think there was a chance in hell I'd win. Commented, ended up winning the Discovery set. So I really wanted to get it just to be able to review it to you all and give you my honest feedback on it, since there has been such a kind of dichotomy of love and hate, and people thinking that people are shilling and whatever. So I'm going to get into it. We'll see what we got. See how they smell. I don't know anything about any of these fragrances yet. Haven't smelled any of them. I wasn't going to pay money out of my pocket for them, just because of the feedback I was hearing. But we're going to get into it. I don't know how many are in here. I know the Ocean one's in here. That's one of the ones that he was really pushing. I think Ocean Noir, Ross was. So anyway, I do appreciate Ross for doing this giveaway and sending this to me so I could actually review these. So I don't have any hate against you or anything like that. I really do appreciate it. I know some people don't like your channel for whatever reason, and that's their opinion. I don't, I try not to get involved in the drama in Fragcom. I just review fragrances, give my opinion on them for what it's worth. So that said, let's get into some of this. So there's 3 different versions of Jet Black. There's a Platinum, there's an Intense, and there's a Reserve. Then the Ocean Noir, that was one that was really hyped up. Jet Blacks have been hyped up too. There's also it's like Couture Black Tie, Couture Spice, Visionaire. So those are the samples. I don't know anything about the notes in any of these. I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything about any of these fragrances. So I'm going in this completely blind, and we'll find out. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to look up the notes just so we kind of know what we're dealing with. We'll do Jet Black Intense first, because I know Jet Black was really hyped up. By the way, these run for about $80, $80, $90. For a bottle, I think that's a 50 ml. Or no, that's 3.4 ounce. It's Jet Black Intense. So if you go on Fragrantica, it gets a 3 out of 5, so not very good. 13 votes. Jet Black Intense is 2021. It's got top notes of apple, mint. Middle notes are lavender, clary sage, and juniper. Base notes patchouli, vetiver root, and suede. So those sound pretty good. We'll dig into it and see what some of these reviews say on here. It might just be, again, kind of the people getting upset about. Okay, some people saying it smells like Creative Mantis. I mean, I guess you could kind of get that from the notes. It's got apple in it. It's got patchouli and stuff, but I don't know. we'll see. Let's jump into it. Right. Jet Black Intense. So, it's going to be a little longer because, again, I got 6 of these. Sprayers are god-awful in these. It's pretty light. Kind of does have a Creed Aventus vibe. The apple comes off very similar. Yeah, it's like a more apple prominent Creed Aventus. But you are getting the lavender. There's certainly this freshness to it from the lavender. Yeah, it's like a citrusy wood, a kind of woody, citrusy fragrance with that lavender. So it freshens it up. It's very wearable. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, if you like Creed Aventus, I think you'll like Jet Black Intense. I don't know, anything about performance or anything like that, but I would imagine this is going to be a pretty good compliment puller, to be honest with you. It seems very mass appealing. So, yeah, I mean, it smells good. I don't get the hate on that one. Now, again, I get the hate on the house as far as, like, it seems kind of misleading when they call themselves London. And, when people are getting free stuff, there's obviously going to be that kind of backlash where their reviews might not be authentic. So I get that. This is Jet Black Reserve. It's got 4.07 out of 5, so it's got a better, rating. The other one, so this doesn't have, breakdown. It's got woody notes, amber, lavender, white pepper, cardamom, and apple. So it looks like really the only difference, I think, in this is the cardamom. And maybe the way it's kind of, to what degree the notes are kind of, how much of each ingredient is in there. There's cardamom, and then there's also amber, which I don't think was in the reserve, or in the intense. These sprayers are terrible. It's probably why they smell light, because it's barely getting on the strip. It's all over my finger. Ooh. This smells quite a bit different. Yeah, this is very ambery. Ambery, kind of like Uden, Zurzaf Uden. The kind of same vibe. Smells good. I think the Intense is going to be more of a mass appealing fragrance. The amber on here, amber can come off to some people just not as, it's not harsh or anything like that. It's smooth amber, but like it's just not as, it's not as fresh and kind of sweet, So I don't think, as far as if you're just looking for compliments or something like that, I think the Reserve or the Intense is going to be more in line with that than the Reserve. The Reserve is almost, again, like you took kind of amber from Zurzaf Uden, and then you combine it with like the Creed Aventus kind of DNA. But the apple's toned down. It's there, but it's not as loud. You can't really smell the lavender as much because the amber is really kind of just overpowering it. It's definitely amber prominent. But it smells good. So Jet Black Platinum. The problem is here, since I sprayed it on my fingers, I'm worried that I don't want to get it on the test strip and then I'm smelling, the Intense or the Reserve when I'm trying to smell the Platinum. Okay, so this one is smelling that from here. It actually smells pretty good. All right, let's see. I mean, this is all the Jet Black line, so it's very similar notes. It's got lavender, toffee, cinnamon, amber, suede, and vanilla. Doesn't look like there's apple in here. This is certainly more of a kind of gourmand. And it comes off that way. Almost kind of because of the toffee and the sweetness reminds me to an extent like Armani Stronger With You. Absolutely. It's not overly sweet, but this is certainly something you could really only wear in the winter or the fall. It smells good. I think this is more unisex. It's not overly masculine. A girl could wear this and smell really good. Yeah, honestly, I don't really get the hate. I'm not gonna sit here and trash them and say they're terrible because there's people that don't like them because the people are shilling them or whatever. They actually smell pretty good. I still have an issue with the fact that they call themselves London and they're nothing to do with London. But these don't smell bad at all. I mean, they're not mind blowing. It's nothing like I haven't smelled before. We got something that smells like Creed Aventus. We got something that smells like Creed Aventus with some amber from like Gers off Uden. And then we have something that smells kind of like, Stronger With You. Absolutely. Good smelling fragrances. Nothing mind blowing again, but wouldn't trash them because of that. It's just, Jesus Christ, those are trash sprayers, though. I can tell you that. The actual bottles aren't like that. So it's like, is it bad? No. Or is this something that I'm like, you have to go run, I'd run out and buy right now? No. I don't think any of them are like really, truly mind blowing or anything like that, anything unique. Okay, so Ocean Noir, this has got actually, it's only got 3.5 out of 5. It's only 6 votes, so. Top notes are C notes, Tangelo, coconut, middle notes are seaweed, yarrow, and geranium. Base notes are amberwood, tonka bean, and musk. It says take a dive into the deep ocean as dark waves swell under moonlit sky. Blue and aquatic. Yeah, I mean it smells like a very designery aquatic fragrance. It's darker, almost kind of like a Dylan Blue vibe, without that kind of weird, in my opinion, Dylan Blue has this kind of like almost like skank vibe to it, slightly skanky vibe to it, that can be a little off-putting to some people. This doesn't have that. It's very fresh, kind of sweet, aquatic profile. Not really getting seaweed. No, it kind of smells like if you took Profundo, because to me Profundo is nothing mind blowing. Armani, Acqua di Gio. I mean, Profundo. It's a very kind of generic blue fragrance, very mass appealing. Smells good. This smells similar to that. It's just sweeter and slightly fruitier. But again, if you got Profundo, I don't think this smells, anything I'd run out and buy. Most of these are smelling like stuff I've smelled before. And at the price point, not that it's bad, but like, it's not something I think is necessary to have in your collection. If you don't already have the alternative that I'm mentioning, then, it might not be a bad pickup. So this is Visionaire. This is violet leaf or lemon, violet leaf, iris, sandalwood, and ambergris. And this has got kind of bad ratings, 3.17 out of 5 on Fragrantica. Most of these don't have a whole lot of feedback though. These are the trashiest atomizers. I'll tell you that right now. See that? It doesn't even spray. I'm going to show you the next one I spray. It doesn't even atomize. It squirts out like just liquid and it shoots like awkwardly. It's a sweet iris fragrance. It's not iris like Dior Homme Intense or the Dior line. It's more of like a Prada iris. It's that fresh, not really lipsticky, but fresh, kind of clean smelling iris. It's definitely unisex. Kind of like a shower gel iris kind of vibe to it. Be a safe office scent. I don't think anybody's gonna really love it. I don't love it. It smells mainly just like a clean iris. You're getting some of that lemon, that citrus, but this is to me the worst out of the line. Yeah, it just smells very generic. So that one's not something I would buy. This one's Couture Spice. Let's see what we got here. Couture. Sorry, I know this is probably the best way to do this video. I just wanted to make sure I could like look up the notes, kind of tell you all the notes, kind of Just tell you what I get from it, what it's comparable to, and whatever. So top notes in this are melon, bergamot. Middle notes are lavender, jasmine, sage. Base notes are amber, sandalwood, patchouli. This has got the worst rating out of any of these so far, 2.27 out of 5. Out of 11 votes, none of these have a ton of votes. But look at this. Let me see if I can show you how trash these atomizers are. Oh, that one actually atomized. Well, of course. One time I go to show you all, it works. Okay? I'm getting yeah, it's okay. Again, it's very generic. It smells like mainly lavender. You're getting the patchouli, um, some of the citrus. The melon comes through. It smells kind of like Nautica Voyage melon, like almost like a cucumbery kind of melony vibe. It's not. Again, this could be unisex. It's not something. Maybe it is unisex. I don't even know. It's not something I would buy. This I'd buy Nautica Voyage over that. To be honest with you, I think you're gonna get better. If you want compliments and stuff like that, I think you're gonna get the more from Nautica Voyage, and it's $12. This is Couture Black Tie. Same line as the Spice. I don't know what the Couture is supposed to be. Could be butchering that name too. I don't really care, to be honest with you. So let's see, Black Tie, I'm assuming obviously is a formal fragrance. So this was 3.46 out of 13 votes. So not good. Top notes are juniper berries, dried fruits. Middle notes are lily, heliotrope, ginger, and sage. Base amber, vanilla, tonka, and musk. So sounds like it's gonna be sweet. Sweet kind of vanilla, seductive, dress up kind of black tie fragrance. Oops, this shit. Trash. I don't know how much these discovery sets are. Trash. Ooh, it smells like Dior Sauvage. Don't get me wrong, I like Sauvage, but like, yeah, this is Sauvage. I don't get the dried fruits. I don't get any of that. It smells like kind of like the parfum version of Sauvage. I don't really get the black tie vibe. I thought this was gonna be like a formal kind of dress up. No, this is it's Dior Sauvage. I'd buy Sauvage. Anyway, that's my review. I think of these, my favorites were the normal, the Jet Black Intense, um, and then the Jet Black Platinum. Reserve I wasn't big on. It just had a lot of that amber. Again, I like Udin, but it's just I don't wear it a whole lot. And the same kind of issue with that. Ocean Noir, the Jet Black Intense smelled like Creed Aventus to me, with just using kind of apple instead of the pineapple with the apple. Ocean Noir smelled like Acqua di Gio Profondo to me, just sweeter and pretty much that generic blue. It gave me Dylan Blue Profondo kind of vibes to it. It wasn't anything that was, just mind blowing. It was a generic blue fragrance, very versatile. Visionaire, that was a very clean iris, reminded me of Prada L'Homme. I would get Prada L'Homme over that. Just wasn't anything mind blowing to me. Couture Spice, that was a complete bomb in my opinion. About as generic as it gets. It did not smell really memorable at all. And then the Couture, it was like basically just getting out of Nautica Voyage. It was this fresh melon kind of vibe, very kind of light, just inoffensive, but not anything, mind blowing. And then the last one, the Couture Black Tie, that was Dior Sauvage, basically. It smelled exactly like Sauvage to me. I would get Sauvage because we all know that lasts forever. Sauvage is fairly affordable. So that's my review. So what are my takes on this house in general? Well, I think their atomizers suck on their discovery sets. I think they mislead their customers by the name. And I think they pretty much just come out with designer fragrances that are basically dupes of designers out there already. Now, that said, They smell pretty good. I just would buy the alternatives over these. And they're about the same price. So, that's kind of where I'm at on it. I don't think it really deserves the hate. Certainly doesn't deserve the hype. I wouldn't buy a bottle of any of these, just because, like I said, there's alternatives out there I'd rather have. So, yeah, that is my take on this house. Again, not bad, just not exciting. I'm glad I got this. Again, thanks Ross for doing the giveaway. Because had I not, I would have never reviewed these. I wasn't going to buy them. Certainly, we're going to reach out and ask for a bottle. And this allows me to do it where there's no pressure, because I didn't. Yeah, I got it for free, but I got it for free in a giveaway, not from the company. So, I can be as transparent as possible. And yeah, so anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Real quick, I was debating on turning this channel. Well, we're at finally 1,000 subs, into a potentially, and it might seem a little ironic now because I know I'm in my tank top and a lot of people have issues with that, but into just kind of like a general men's help or health kind of channel, where I would go into information about weight training, obviously fragrances, dating, dress, different kind of style tips. Like I said, I know I wear this now to do these videos, but I wear suits every day. I have to. I'm always dressed up. If that's something people are interested in, I was also thinking about potentially reviewing different supplements and stuff like that regarding, not just working out, but again, just kind of men's health, expanding the channel basically. And I can do that in one of two ways. I could either keep this channel and just add to it and start doing, videos of both. Obviously, I'd have to change the name where it's just not honest fragrance reviews. Or I could keep this channel for those who just want this kind of, this information, and then create a separate channel. But if you could let me know in the comments if it's something anybody's even interested in, that would be cool. And if nobody's interested in it, I'll just keep doing this. But I thought it'd be kind of neat to do. I got a bunch of kind of experience in different areas, especially in the weight training area, in my own experiences with that. So just let me know. But hopefully this was helpful.